This is chapter 4, video 7. We're going to carry on with our condition statement, our if-else block. Just to kind of clean up what I was talking about with the DACO model, I had output here, but really output could have been put in, up here. Let's just cut that out. Oh, I'm in my debug. I got to stop that from running. First of all, let's just cut that out. And this is really also a condition statement, a calculator condition, and then we're going to output here, but we're also outputting right here as well. So we could clean that up a little bit. Now, if we go back to the actual program and see how it behaves up here, if I type in, I'm 10 years old, not type in 10, it's going to come back, oh, you entered in, you need to enter in a number. The age has to be entered in as a number here. So we have to send a message to the user to do that. How do we know it's not a number? It's TEN. So the computer, we've got a function for catching exceptions, and this is what we're referring as the exception handling. It's really detecting errors is what we're trying to do. And so basically how it works is all of this information right here that we're talking about, all this code, we would like to run it if it's the correct input. If it's a number, if it's a letter or some other symbol, we don't want that. So what I can do is inside of all of this text, let me just open this up a bit more. Inside of all this text, I can tell the computer that I want to try its best, essentially. So I'm going to just put in what they call a try catch block. So how this works is I go down, I start here try, and I go down to below that, and I close that bracket, and everything automatically gets indented. You'll see how that happens. As soon as I put in a try, let's try our best. If everybody enters in the correct numbers, it will work as designed. Now, if they don't do that, then what I can do is I can put in what they refer to as a catch block. If I catch an error, so I'm going to just put the word catch in here, and I'm going to stick in catch, we can tell the computer we want to create a message in that case. All right, and I had a bit of a alignment issue. So try has a brace and a closing brace. Everything inside of that block of statements is going to get executed if the data is correct. If the data is not correct and it catches an error, we can tell the computer to do something else. So what do we want to do? We're going to display an error message. And the error message I want is used by using a class called the message box, where we will show a message that'll read something like, enter your age as a number. That's what we said. Dot. Now, that's the first argument. Now we have a second argument in this particular method we can use, and that is the title. So I'm going to put in another one here called data enter, or data entry maybe would be better, data entry error. So it looks like an error message, exclamation mark. And we can do another argument. And I'm going to put in another argument here, and that other argument is by putting in like some kind of a button. So I'm going to put in a button in here. I'm going to go, let's put in a message button, and specifically which button do I want? I want the OK button. There's another argument. Let's put another comma in, and let's put in a message box icon. And the icon I want is, let's go in here and put in an information. That looks pretty good right there. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm building a message box, an error message box. And this is it right here. So what happens now when I compile, it comes up back with an error because I still have a syntax error in here. Where's my syntax error? I think I've got too many brackets. Yeah, I had an extra little bracket right there. So let's compile it and let's see what it does. So if I type in 10 and I type in check, it comes up and says data entry error. Enter your age as a number. All right, so that's an example of how we can use what they refer to as a try-catch block, and this is used all the time when you want to when you're checking user input for exceptions. So if you type in something incorrect, it will catch the error, and if you don't, it will run the code as normal. All right, we'll see you in the next video.